This is a video that I really don't like to make, but God told me I have to do it in order to not seem as a harmless person, but in order to show what potential I would have. In the background, the music der höchste Gott is running. So, and I also prayed to God several times already. Today, I have to music has the music has to be reduced in volume. Yesterday, I tell it in the end, in order to have a beautiful ending of the video. But what I have to say now, to confess now, is how I would have tortured the universe, and finally tried to annihilate it. Because there is no, what did I write here? I have written some preparation thoughts. Yeah. The question is, if I would be the ruler of the whole universe, of universes, how would I torture and finally annihilate the universe and possibly God with it? Would I use structure to maximize torture, or would I just torture the whole universe in a absolutely chaotic way without any structure? But then the question is, if you exert maximum suffering on the universe, what do you need for doing that? Do you have to be a structured entity creature like God, or God is maybe not a creature because it's supreme, it's everlasting. So how would you have to maximize the torture that you do to the universe? Would you need structure, or would it be a total chaotic process? And then the other question is, of course, how would you I'm afraid that the people outside hear my video, and because it's not allowed to film in the clinic, how would you go from maximum torture to total annihilation? Because these are two totally different things probably, and annihilating the whole universe and possibly God with it and all memories would require a far more advanced technology. Yeah, it's absolutely horrible. This is the most horrible thought that you can have. But now I want to say something beautiful in the end, because yesterday I went out barefoot to the place here, you can see it. To the place, do you see it? Yeah. To the place in front of my room, where I had seen a bird, a very beautiful looking bird, a few days ago there, picking in the soil and digging, probably searching for food or so, maybe earthworms or so. And this bird, okay, it's in the long term, maybe we have to abolish that animals eat other animals alive, but this is another issue. But this bird was beautiful, and I watched it a long time. It was very nervous, as if it had realized that I was watching it, and I realized how beautiful, but also how stressful the survival of animals is in wild nature, how wild animals constantly have to struggle to survive. But it's a tremendous beauty in this process also, because the animals suffer only in a limited way, and there is a flow of love going on when they live and try to survive. And yesterday I went barefoot out. Let's make a little bit of music, it's beautiful. Yeah, this bird was so beautiful. Yesterday, when it was already dark, I went out barefoot onto this tree, close to this tree, and touched also the outer branches of the tree, and remembered this animal, this bird. I had seen it flying away. It flew away, and I could still follow it into the wood, with my eyes into the wood. And then when I returned from this tree, when I returned to the station, I saw a fire, and it was raining, and the fire was still burning, although it was slightly raining, so it was like a miracle. And I saw how the wind. Now I have to make the music less loud, more silent, and the fire was glowing. There was a glut, in German we say glut. I will give a translation if I have time, see below in the description. And it was like a miracle, because everything was so cold and wet, but this fire, it was still burning. And when the wind came, it burned a little bit more, so I could see that it is real fire, and not some kind of artificial phenomenon. Yeah, and this was so special, because in the morning I heard a predigt, a church service by a really amazing woman, who described that God that God doesn't put out the remains of a fire. God lets the fire burn until the end. And this was probably exactly what I saw. The fire still being active despite the cold and the rain, in an almost miraculous way, because nobody was around anymore, and it had been wet and cold for probably several hours, and the fire was still there. I then thought of an event described in the Bible, also as a miracle, where something with fire, I don't have to say about which event I think, but I just wanted to say that, yeah. And I'm glad I could find a beautiful ending to this horrible maximum torture and total annihilation thoughts that I described earlier in the video. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's the greatness with the compassion and love of God. And I don't know how I will be punished, because I had such ideas like ultimate torture and total annihilation. I'm not sure if I would have done it, but there is a chance that I would have done it, so God will bring punishment to me. Ultimate punishment probably. But in the end there will be redemption, a Lösung, a salvation, I'm sure. Even for my soul. And I don't think that God or the devil or whoever will annihilate my soul as a punishment. My soul will not be annihilated, which is absolutely the greatest gift of God, that God still allows my soul to last forever, probably. Okay, bye. I say now, taking time. It's 10 a.m. and 23 minutes, 1023, Monday, 3rd of December 2018. Thanks a lot for watching, and see the beautiful tree in the end again. Bye, thanks.